Hello, I'm Jake Taylor from In Heart's Wake, and you're watching AMBY.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia from AMBY, and I'd like to welcome you to our interview with In Heart's Wake. So you recently, of course, released Skydancer, your latest record. You are now touring North America. How are you feeling? How's it going?
It's going very well. This is our 4th tour of North America this year, so off to a flying start.
One thing I want to bring up for the record is there are a lot of really cool guest appearances on it. So I was wondering, is there anyone else that you'd maybe like to work with in the future that you've yet to?
Yeah, I mean, I love Architects. I think that'd be pretty cool to work with. Enter Shikari would be cool to work with. Love to get Jeff Ling to do a solo, apart from Parkway. That'd be good. Just a bit of fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's always artists to collaborate with.
And for Triple J's like a version, which I've been following, it feels like since day one, since they've been doing these things. But you actually did a cover of Parkway Drive. So I was curious, out of all of their songs, why did you decide to go with the one that you did, which was Vice Grip?
Well, it was their latest single. The record wasn't out yet, and it was just a nice, refreshing track for Parkway to bring something a little bit more positive and, I guess, anthemic in the Bon Jovi realm.
Yeah.
So it's just a feel-good track. And rather than pick a pop star from across the ocean that probably has way too many followers and likes already, we thought, let's pick our friends from the same town and see if we can do an interesting rendition of one of their tracks. So Vice Grip was the pick.
Oh, it was really unique just hearing how different the vocals were. Like, it was completely stripped down compared to... And the original's so loud and, you can pretty much blare it. This one was really unique to see that take, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was a challenge for me. I had to play bass on it. And I don't play bass, so luckily the bass isn't too hard at all, and pretty much anyone can play bass. But it was still a challenge. And Carl was like, is used to singing with a bass in his arms, so that was weird for him too. And he got to play the piano for the version of one of our own tracks that we did called Wildflower. So we experimented a bit there. It was cool.
Why did you end up switching off onto bass then, if that was...
Well, I definitely didn't want to scream because Parkway Drive already screamed, so we'd want to do a version of it. So we changed it up. Yeah, even the bass is a little bit different. So yeah, it was just the natural instrument that I would have to move to, because probably the only other thing I could play other than the triangle. So
is there anything that you'd maybe like to put your spin on in the future or cover?
Maybe like AC/DC or something.
Okay, cool.
That'd be pretty cool. Do like Thunderstruck, but a heavy version, not a soft version. That'd be rad.
Of course, as I mentioned before, you're now touring North America with Parkway.
Yep.
Yeah, so how have the shows been treating you on that front?
Very, very well. The shows have been awesome. I feel like Parkway Drive draw a different demographic from what we have seen so far of the American scene. It's somehow a little bit more musicality, the people that come, and also, I don't want to call people bogans, but it's it's not the Hot Topic scene kind of fringes and different. It's a different world. That's what we have seen before, and now this is like your average Joe in a t-shirt coming with a cap on from been working in the mines in Edmonton or something. Just very different people. So it's nice to be playing to different people, and all the shows have almost been all sold out, and we're only 1/3 into the tour, and we've got about 25 shows left. So
that's awesome.
It's awesome. Yeah.
I saw this photograph you ended up sharing via your socials, and it was a before and after photograph of this huge meal that you had when you were over in England, and you guys pretty much cleaned up everything.
It was the Indian, was it? The Indian curry?
I couldn't tell what it was, but it was just like all of these, it looked delicious, all of these different dishes, and there were probably like 20 plates on the table for all of you guys.
Yeah, we're eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches off the rider, but that night our label was kind enough to take us out to a meal. So they just said, whatever you want, just go nuts. So like, all right, we're going to get Saj paneer, Palak paneer. We're going to get 3 naan breads. We all had just way too much food, but we still managed to finish it all, as you saw on the socials.
Yeah, the reason I bring it up, I was curious, for when you're actually on tour, what are some of your favorite things, whether they're meals or restaurants, that you look for?
Different continent to continent, for sure. I mean, are we talking about just America right now?
Yeah, sure. We'll go with America.
Well, I mean, Whole Foods, if we can afford it. Whole Foods is just like a go-to. You feel a little bit normal eating there. Other than that, if you want to go on a quick limb, Jimmy John's is good for a $5 sub. Chipotle is probably the best, though, because I think you can ask triple of everything. They pack it so densely, and you can get 2 meals out of it for $6.50. to $7.
I think
so
that's probably the reason every artist, like, almost everyone loves Chipotle.
There's the tip right there. One. And I just try and I don't drink soda pop or any of that stuff. Try and stay away from the sugar and crap as much as possible because there's a lot of genetically modified food over here. But yeah, you just do your best to find whatever oasis you can.
I know you played Gotham City recently. You definitely made sure to point out
we did.
Where is Batman? Which I absolutely loved seeing, just liking comic books myself. Are you guys comic book lovers, or was that kind of just a little...
Evan is the guitarist. Well, not so much comic books, but he loves Batman, and particularly. So we love the fantasy, imaginative stories, I guess, which is what you'd call superheroes.
Yeah.
As well as Lord of the Rings and Star Wars, all those things. So
cool.
We're always, open for a bit of fun in that department.
Along with that kind of stuff and music, outside of those things, what does the band enjoy doing together?
Together, generally, I mean, we're on tour together so much. So I've seen those guys almost, I think, 300 days of this year, like literally. But if we're not together, I guess we're at home, and if we're not at home, we're probably catching a swim, maybe at the beach, or a meal before band practice. So probably the beach would be the activity that we get together for. Yeah, like I said, we're always on tour together.
Corners.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah,
we're a good family.
That's good.
We get along pretty well. No fights, no punch ups yet.
Yeah,
pretty good. You never know. I never want to say never.
Yeah. Well, something I noticed that's awesome is you actually stay after your performances and you go to the merch booth and you meet a bunch of your fans who've come out to the shows. So you had any kind of bizarre, more memorable encounters with one of your fans?
Nothing bizarre, really out of the ordinary. It's very important that we really want to do that, especially in these new areas for us. Because I mean, in Australia, it's harder to do because there's no what's the word I'm looking for? No there's no unique special time to actually interact with someone because there might be so many people after a show where it's just like hey. But in America, it's at the level where you can have a genuine conversation with someone for X amount of time and really connect with them and not have all these people panicking they're not going to also meet you. So it's really, really nice to do that here. No bizarre experiences. I've been given some cool gifts.
Okay.
I got a really cool, it was a black bear claw found in Canada, like humanely found. So it would have been, I guess, it was fallen or off a bear that had passed away, and it was made into a necklace. That was a really cool gift from like a little local tribe area that he made jewelry with the people. Cool gifts like that and dream catchers, but I wouldn't call them bizarre.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's
really
about
cool. All the stories I have of bizarre fans.
Well, just to wrap everything up today, just leaving it on the note of fans, if you could say anything to your fans who'll be watching our interviews, anything you'd like to shout out?
Anything you'd like to shout out? Well, North America, I guess we'll be back at least once next year. And I'm a citizen myself, so I really, we as a band really want to make this a home for us as much as it is Australia. So we'll be coming back, and if you want to come say hello after a show, please don't be afraid. We'll be hanging around.
Awesome. So thank you very much for your time today. Really
Pleasure,
appreciate it. Remember, everyone viewing can visit us at amusicblog.com for all sorts of interviews, features, videos, and so much more with your favorite bands. We'll see you next time.